Hi everybody, welcome to Navigating for Success, making a success out of your life. I'm Moss Jackson, this is my colleague Becky Scott.
And we're your Navigating for Success coaches. We're going to spend a little time talking about courage and what is involved in being courageous. It's a very interesting topic to me.
Yeah, you know, a number of years ago I read a book called The Face of Battle. It's an old book. And the author talked about 3 battles throughout history. One in antiquity, one in the Civil War, and the third, I think, was in the First World War. And he made a very interesting comment in the very first page. He said, he asked the question, what's the difference between the hero who lives and the coward who dies? And the answer was, the coward who dies knows he's afraid. The hero who lives knows he's afraid, and he knows the other guy's afraid. So there's something about courage involving fear. You have to have fear to have courage, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, courage, I think, is the ability to step into doing something, even though you are experiencing fear or grief, too. That's a hard one to press forward through.
So grief and fear often freeze us. We get really scared, we shut down. Action liberates energy. And actually, I have a story I can tell about that. Okay. In my 50th birthday, my mom had cancer, so she was dying, and she was going to live for about another year and a half. Now, she loved piano music, so I decided to give her the gift of a recital. I was going to play a recital, create a recital for her. So I invited 5 of my friends who were musicians. I was not a musician, but I learned several pieces, and I realized the day of the concert, in my tuxedo, and the grand piano, 100 people in the room, our friends, it was a fundraiser, that I was not going to play my pieces very well. And so I got in front of the group and I said, welcome. I want to thank you for being here to honor my mother and to raise some money for the school where we were doing this. And I said, I want you to know if Mozart or Chopin were here today, they may not particularly appreciate some of the notes I'm going to play. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a tribute, it's an honor to my mom, so bear with me. And they all smiled, and it took courage for me to do that because I had to face the fact that I couldn't play well, but it was an expression of love. So love pulled me through the fear, and I was willing to have an expression of love rather than be stymied and frozen by my fear.
It took great courage to step through and do that.
And admit it to 100 people.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
But it turned the day. It was a wonderful day.
Wow. So what were some of the things you did that you could pass on to help people understand how you did that?
Well, one was have your fear and do it anyway. Okay, so what if you're afraid? If something's important, take action.
Recognize it's there.
Right. Number 2, don't be perfectionistic. For the most part, people aren't keeping score. And do you have a third tip that we might offer the group?
I do. You have to know that the other side of that coin of courage is fear, without a doubt.
So if you're doing anything worth it, you're going to have some fear or some concern because you're stepping into an unknown territory. And that's what navigation is all about, being willing to venture forth, whether that's your Christopher Columbus or Star Trek. Remember what Star Trek used to say? What was the mission of Star Trek? To go into universes or into the unknown. Okay? So that's what we're talking about. Part of being a navigator is know what you want. Don't have to know how to do it. Start to do it and you'll learn from the experience. We as human beings love to learn. Anything else we want to say about courage?
I think we've done a good job of briefly talking about courage. Of course, we go into it in a lot more depth in the seminars that we run and any coaching that we would do with people.
Right. So if you're interested in learning more about courage, learning about more navigation, we suggest you go online, take our Navigating for Success questionnaire. You'll learn whether or not you're a navigator, survivor, or victim. And give us a call if you want some coaching. And you can always buy my book, Navigating for Success. So until the next time, navigate for success and may you be happy.
Thanks for watching.